World Card Game Federation here with another local match. This would have been me and James having a battle of the baldest, the baddest, the baldest. This particular Tien build is reminiscent of a very specific build we built in the past. It was one where we basically had every, I guess the word here is unlimited ultra rares to be able to build up any deck that we wanted. It was insane. We're doing our best to try to get it back up to that point, considering we don't really have that kind of collection anymore, or access to that collection. Okay, and this is of course the tried and true Orange Retribution Krillin. James skips his first turn, looks like he rejuvenates. And it goes over to me. Let's see what I can get out of this one. So it looks like I draw some stuff that I'm not terribly happy with. I'm going to go ahead and power up.
Or the thing that says DBZ on it.
Your turn. I'm going to go ahead and pass and rejuvenate Gut Crusher.
Okay, looks like I rejuvenate Gut Crusher. Of course, you guys know the rule. If you have the option to rejuvenate something, you always want to rejuvenate something that either combos with the Black Style Mastery or has something to do with Tien's powers.
For some weird reason, can never see that drill.
Generally speaking, it's too shiny for its own good.
Oh yeah, we're talking about how lots and lots of times our matches are such that we do never get to see possession drill on camera. It always catches the fluorescent lights just perfect. So of course he resolved the Orange Retribution and pulled out Orange Possession Drill, which is actually very important to comboing on Krillin level 1. So James here's got a lot of different options open to him. I sure as heck wouldn't blame him if he jumped into combat, just depending if he had something worthwhile there to come in on.
I mean, like, I'm going to skip for like 3 years, but I feel like I could do some stuff with that.
So let's see what James has got get up to. He's going to go ahead and power up. The 3 PUR on Krillin's pretty handy.
As in a very
intuitive version of Tien, but he's also black until after we're done, so kind of like I could probably.
So James has a lot of different options open to him here. Me, I'm in a relatively decent position. Early game, I can really bust out a lot of different moves.
I know.
Okay, James does declare combat. I get to draw my 3 cards in response. And let's see what James has for us here. Okay, he's going to go ahead and Krillin level 1, which is always an excellent opening move. I'm going to go ahead and take the hit. And I think I did that pointlessly. I think I just didn't take a close enough look at my hand. I wick off a little damage with some endurance there. Next action goes over to me.
I'm done.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use Tien's level 1 power. Banish, I don't lose anything of note. At some point, these cards do need to get reevaluated. Like we said, I like this build, or rather, excuse me, I like our general idea. I just also don't really know how useful it all is. Like we said, we decided this deck got, what's that word, tuned up a bit to be a little more aggressive. To be able to do that.
Looking right at it, didn't see it.
That's it, I'm going to go ahead and invite him to cut. Okay, so now I have good old Pesky Barrage in my hand, which of course is a used 2 times. Oh boy. Orange Fierce Attack, early game where I have no endurance. Deadly. Oh, no, there's me trying to use endurance. Ah, poop and a half.
Yes. Just frustrating.
None of us caught that I couldn't have done that. Oh, my apologies. Okay, so open up with a Pesky Barrage. There was only 1 life card difference, but still, it's real silly. Okay, open up with my first shot of Pesky Barrage. We'll see if I can trade back any damage. I hope this is me remembering I should be taking more damage.
So you said 4 life? Or 5 life? 5 life.
That's right.
So 5 life is pretty decent.
Doesn't make me skip, right? Okay, nope. 1, 2, 3, 4,
And no crit on that one. Of course, it lowered his anger with the initial effect, so not too terrible. Yeah, so James here has a couple of different options. Remember, of course, as long as he keeps one card in his hand, he's got Possession Drill. Help him out.
Why not? Go ahead. Possession.
There he goes. So he's going to go ahead and Possession Drill. Remember, this will trigger... trigger, of course, Tien's. Krillin's level 1 power, so the next card discarded, whether it be players, whether it be me or him, is going to go ahead and trigger, and he gets to throw a crit at me. Okay, he's going to go ahead and ditch 2 cards. He did not have a drill in his hand.
So, crit your anger, crit, like, you gain 2 anger.
Okay, and he's going to go ahead and raise anger 2 levels.
Tien's prep.
Yeah, he used Tien's
will
prep.
Destroy the top. Destroy the top 2 cards of each player's life.
And sadly, nothing destroyable, nothing targetable, which always makes me a little upset. It says Defiant Challenge, and we can use a couple more. So I go ahead and rejuvenate it, draw a card. I don't think it was anything of note. It doesn't look like it. I can't quite make it out. Looks like a upward dodge, which isn't the most useful thing. Yeah, he's got another energy attack, a precise shot. Oh.
Oh. No.
Yep, you banish everything. So, no, you banish.
Oh.
Banish.
Oh, I thought that was no endurance.
Yeah, no. It's just no endurance.
Oh, for a second there we mixed up those energy attacks so that all damage is banished with the no endurance.
Take a banish.
I have not used it.
And there's me just straight up forgetting that I had actually cheated about a 1 life card early on with that me using endurance while I had no endurance. Fantastic.
I'm more worried about the time.
Yeah, so he's going to go ahead and destroy time out of my deck, which is fine. Okay, and he gets an anger on the hit on precise shot, so not a bad one at all.
Oh, well, when you're ready, I'll go ahead and fire off another shot of Pesky Barrage.
Okay, I'll shoot off the last shot of Pesky Barrage, lower his anger 1 level, 5 life cards. So he should run into some sizable endurance, he usually does. Don't do it. No, he did it. He burned up both his aura drills. He used up both of those. Not too terrible. Well, I keep trying to see what's in my own hand here and figure out what am I holding back for.
You're at ease, though.
I'm not sure if James actually has been holding back a, what you call it? A charged kick. Oh, nice. He lowers my anger 2 levels. The shoulder slam.
Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and stop it.
And that upward, I'm also surprised I drew a seemingly useless upward dodge.
I guess we'll go ahead and throw a black defensive burst at you.
Oh wow, black defensive burst.
8 life.
8 life cards. Holy moly. That's a pretty good hit.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Now, that's a significant amount of endurance from the 2. And I finally remembering to start destroying, with the styled stuff, destroying their setups and drills. Somehow I forget that stuff. It feels silly. Yeah, ooh, he shoots a orange rage at me.
2, 3, 4.
Did I do the thing again where I used endurance again, where I don't have endurance? There we go. Very good. Okay.
Using endurance like I got some.
There. Whew. Making myself feel foolish over here.
I'm going to go ahead and shoulder charge.
Shoulder charge is going to go to the place 1 card on the top of each of our life decks.
And I have to pick a card, or who picks a card? I pick a card.
Yeah, so I get to put a card on top of his life deck. I guess I'm not really entirely sure what I should put up there. I would guess I would just put a card that doesn't really matter because I'm going to blow it up here in a second. So not a terrible idea. That's generally how it does. You set up, use Shoulder Slam to set up your next action, which is usually the Mastery.
I'll put a juke on top. Oops, I got some of your cards there. So floating effects, I have to pick them out again.
That's alright.
Darn it.
Because I'm pretty much done with that.
And then I'll lower your anger 1 level with the effect.
Okay, lowers anger one level with the... Yeah, I know, we all forgot that. We all genuinely forgot that good old Shoulder Slam lowers anger.
3 power stats. And then it hits you, right?
Yep.
Okay, I get to rejuvenate a card.
You get to rejuvenate any card on my discard pile. It catches, I would say, maybe Defiant Challenge is a good target for this. Or some other card that just... Oh, time! Alright! So time gets to go back to my deck. Nice. Real nice.
I'll just pull it out again. It's all Mastery.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and Mastery level. I don't know entirely what I'm holding on to, but I might lose it from the... Oh, no, it's level 2 Krillin, who gets to go ahead and, I want to say, search out a setup for reaching this level. I could be wrong. I forget exactly what he does. Or if he used the Mastery, he's got to go ahead and resolve it and pull out a drill now. That's what I'm thinking of.
That way, if it does, it does. If it doesn't, oh well.
Okay, Crying Drill enters the field, which is a good idea. Help to set up combos for later, so I'd do it too.
He has hit your weakness. Okay, here you go.
I'm going to go ahead and Tien's Tri-Beam.
And I've been holding a Tri-Beam this whole doggone time.
That goes into my hand. It's destroyed. Rejuvenated.
And, wow, black double team ends up in my hand.
Actually, I want to say we're actually pretty well.
He destroys the top two excellent ones to be destroyed as opposed to being countered for damage. Excellent. So this is going to go ahead and hit him decently hard. Precise Shot's going to go ahead and, wow, up and wick off the rest of the damage. And then I want to say James level 2 has some kind of effect.
Anger again. Timing was poor. Did this wrong.
I'll just prevent it.
Destroy the top two.
Oh, yeah. I still have to stop.
Use a critical damage effect. I use a critical damage.
Sadly, a Tri-Beam falls out at this point, which is not good. So you guys can see how this is playing out. My offensive offense is just not hitting the way that it should.
Yeah,
Because it does get a hit. It goes back over to me. Black double team. Let's see. What is it? If you have no cards in your hand, cannot be prevented.
Cool.
So I did actually wear him down enough. All those millions of attacks that he had eventually wore out, and he gets a hit with a 5 life card, no endurance, because of course black double team says if you have no cards left in your hand, you take that shot to the face.
That's great.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and Crying Drill. Oh, Crying Drill, pardon me, got destroyed because that was actually a styled attack that hit him.
Something good? No. Darn it. Oh, shit.
And apparently I damaged out of time, and I should raise my anger 1 level because it was a event.
I went in combat.
And I'm not sure if I'm going to catch that. I should have raised my anger 1 level. That's done with me. So I did use the Mastery, of course, the Perceptive, and I managed to miss that. Okay, and James is going to go ahead and resolve his Krillin level 2. He's going to go ahead and pull Captivity Drill into play, which is nice.
What, did you have no drills left?
Oh, no, I do.
Oh, okay.
I just grabbed capture.
Okay. What? Ow. I haven't heard this.
So I'm fairly injured at this point. I took a lot of point-blank, no-endurance shots. I did a decent amount of damage to James, but I can't say necessarily that I caught up or anything. I think it just, at best, I stayed close. So it's hardly a bad deal going on here.
Think about how to hit.
I guess one of the reasons I probably would have went for that pesky barrage in that first combat would have been because I was trying to wear him out of energy blocks to make sure I got my tri-beams off. So that's probably why I did that. And no, whatever it is I'm looking at in my hand, it's not good enough to go in on. Oh, apparently I am. Wow, heaven knows what.
I'll go ahead and open up my tin.
Oh, wow, 2 games in a row. Playful Punch ended up getting banished on the level 1 Tien power. Nice. So let's see. I'm trying to think, what would I search for at this point? I mean, I could go with a, what the heck is that card called? Prep. Problem with Prep is, oh, I'm going to go with a Tri-Beam, apparently.
That's right, man.
I probably should have went with a Prep in order to keep his anger under control and, you know, keep doing all my stuff that I do.
You want to cut me down?
Yeah.
Ooh, Blinding Energy move, which is a really, really good idea. With everything I had going on in my hand, I could go nuts. And sadly, I do have to take a little bit of damage here. Ooh, and Etienne's Prep gets falls into the discard pile, which is absolutely no fun. He banishes the top 2 of his life card. Everybody discards down. Combat ends. And I had the gall to drop Etienne's Tri-Beam? Why would I do that?
Rejuvenation, you know, to start rejuvenating stinking preps. They don't spend but 1 action in the discard pile.
But we're talking about how, even though technically Tien's Prep should probably get rejuvenated more often than it does, you know, from other effects, it doesn't. Usually, like we said, it gets used and then it goes back to the deck. Usually it just doesn't spend any time at all in the
This is
discard
one of
pile.
those, like... Yeah, it's one of those, like, I don't know.
So James is in a tough hand. He's weighing a lot of factors. I guess there's always that possibility that, you know, Tien could come back, blast you silly, and, you know, really make you sorry for it. But I guess that's not very likely. If James has been paying attention, there's a lot of stuff in my discard pile that means I'm not going to be as offensively sound as I used to be.
Not without you crap out of me.
Very true.
You know, whenever I see the Tien's Tri-Beam card, I just want to say, but I'm going to be one heck of a deep pothole. Oh, man. So James has a couple of different factors he's got to weigh out here, see if he wants to go in on this particular hand, risk me potentially, you know, exploding off and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Just to see what happens.
It's good. It's really good. It's on the new set. That's why I don't know if I want to keep that or that, because in all honesty,
So it looks like James is wearing some hard stuff here. He's probably going to go ahead and skip or end his turn and pass turn, I guess is the way
But at
to
the
say
same
that.
time, I can kill all his tri-beams. So
Oh, go after my tri-beams, eh? Okay, he's going to go ahead and
go ahead.
rejuvenate energy toss. That's combat's his turn ends. It goes back over to me.
Yeah,
It looks like
it's going to be a real easy one. Let me go and power up a little bit. I'll declare combat.
so. I do get to power up my whole 2 stages, declare combat. Nobody has any enterings to my knowledge.
Fun, open up with a draining attack. I have to banish the top 3 cards of my life.
Ah.
This card is destroyed. Ow.
Oh, ow! I took ow.
Needed that.
Really hurts. I do get to go ahead and target of course, a Tien's Prep, rejuvenating it to draw a card. It's all kind of neat, but at the same time, really self-destructive.
Oh, 5 life cards.
So I'm going to go ahead and shoot a big old 5 life card. No hit effect on it. Whew, man, the Draining Blast. It has to have it should be thrown at the right time, or else it's just horribly, horribly self-destructive.
Yeah. Hit.
Yeah, I'm going to hit him with a 5 life card energy attack. Now, this is an interesting thing. Is James being coy and holding back some energy blocks, or is he really out of energy blocks and he's wide open this combat? It could go either way.
Nah.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and take the hit. He is holding an energy block, at least from our, from my experiences. So I should be aware of that fact. So James here is going to go ahead and most likely fire off an energy attack. He does. Ooh, a Krillin's Kamehameha.
4 life and.
Woo! I do stop it with that one.
Gut Crusher.
Wow.
And this gets another
I pitched Gut Crusher, apparently. Wow, I must have really thought that trade-off was worth it. So I get 2 uses of this particular energy block. You have to discard a card when you use it.
Go ahead and Tien's Prep. Lower your anger 2 levels. Raise my
I'm
anger.
going to raise my anger 2 levels, go up to a whole 4 anger, destroy the top. And then, of course, Black Annihilation. When it gets destroyed from the top, I rejuvenate it and the bottom card of my discard pile. And then destroy the second card, Black Impediment. There's no reason to do it. He has no anger left.
Alright, and then, let's see.
And then, of course, Tien's Prep gets rejuvenated. I get to draw a card. I'm really burning out my deck here fast, but that's the point. Tien's supposed to be basically killing himself and killing you just ahead of killing himself.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2,000, sir.
Oh, gosh.
You're significantly stronger than me.
He's going to go ahead and throw it. Ooh, a wall breaker. Ah, so bogus. I take a whole 4 power stages from Krillin. That's how weak I am. Totally bogus.
Let's see.
Let's play with the dice there.
Just trying to think of what I want to do here.
That's also
I'm going to go ahead and Tien's Power, banish the top card of my life deck.
And I dropped that particular black card. Lets me shuffle in 3 black style cards. Really would have been nice. This has been the worst particular match for me, targeting things that just ruined me.
No, we're not a pesky. You can't do anything with a pesky. Mostly dead anyway. Oh, man.
So I have a real tough choice here. There's a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, there's one more Tien's Prep in there. Well, you were a kid when you talked about Tien's Prep. You're trying to
Oh, wow. I had the gall this late game to pull out a Draining Blast. Woo!
You gotta try to kill him before you kill yourself.
Wow, I had a lot of guts there. If you guys think about it for a second, I don't have much of a deck left, so shooting off Draining Blast means I banish 3 from the top. I rejuvenate Prep from the discard pile, only to then draw another card. So I come up net way too few cards. Not really sure if I'm feeling my own logic here. Ooh, he's going to go ahead and throw a Right Burst.
It's gonna have to hit you.
Yes.
No, what are you doing? Oh, there's my other energy block. Okay, I had to be reminded it was in play.
Let's go ahead and
Time for that Draining Blast?
all of my.
No, we're going to go ahead and shoot Black Annihilation. It cost me 3 power stages to shoot it.
I banish 3 cards from your discard pile.
I don't really know what I'm going to banish at this point. I don't know if it's just all the drills I can get my grubby mitts on for the targeting and banishing effect off of Annihilation. And it is! Woo! I just grabbed him and banished him. Didn't even care. Didn't even look. Didn't even finish looking through the discard pile.
Oops. I don't know why I got 3 stages in my head there. So if it hits you, it will do 4 life cards.
4 life? Yes.
Yeah, and it does 4 life cards, and unfortunately is not capable of critting.
Can't raise my anger, nothing happens.
So it goes over to James, and let's see what he's got. Ooh, he's got a precise shot, which would be brutal at this late stage of the game because I have to take the energy attack, and then I have to have him search out a card and destroy it again, furthering my already way too thin a deck, you know, for our purposes. Ridiculous. I have made a series of bad choices. So waiting for James here to go ahead and finish that, resolve that effect, and go ahead and pull out a card that he wants to get rid of, and then destroy it. He's just looking to make sure he knows what it is. A black double team, a very wise idea to keep out of my deck. There's always that chance I might have been able to get it out of there this combat, whack him, and make the game, you know, end the game prematurely like that. Remember, he would knock the wall breaker off me.
What if I knock 5 life cards out of you?
Oh, and it happened anyway. Ooh. Krillin's prevents.
But it cannot be prevented.
Oh, it does not prevent. Oh, shoot. His level 2 could not prevent the damage. He's going to go ahead and take 5 life cards. No prevention. Straight. Boom. Crits him. Knocks his anger down 1 level. Banishes the wall breaker. Hey, just that anger. There we go.
I'm guessing you're critting me.
Yes. Take that.
Okay, it goes back over to James.
Oh, you mastered it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and...
Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a Tien's Draining Blast. I'm going to banish the top 3 cards of my life deck, and none of them do anything special. Sadly, I lost my other Tien's Prep, and I'm going to go ahead and just apparently immediately rejuvenate it with the effect of Tien's Draining Blast to draw a card. Okay, and it does get all prevented with Krillin's level 2, which ain't a bad idea at all. James has been holding this just right, I'd say.
Oh, it's your turn next, isn't it? Okay, mastery, destroy the top. It's a pesky barrage.
I gained some power stages from using the mastery. I destroyed 1 more life card out of his. Looks like James is down to 3 cards. Technically, our match is over, or at least closely. Oh, and combat ends. I don't know if James has any way to do this. Any way to... oh, no, he must not have been quite out. I think he's down to 1 life card. Holy crud. After that giant self-destructive mess, we're down to this.
You gotta kill him.
Hopefully he doesn't hit me with something that ends my life.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I have 9 life cards to his 1.
Kill him that fast as well.
So he's going to try to wear me down with a bunch of laser blasts.
Good chunk.
Ooh, furious attack.
Black swipe. When banish the top 3 of your discard, I guess.
Oh, top 3 of my discard. Good.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use this card, banish the top 3, which isn't too bad of a move at this point. I did save my life, though my endurance is turned off, so everything he hits me is going to just utterly annihilate me.
Black shoulder charge.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use a black shoulder charge, and I hopefully remember to...
You got yourself a move, sir?
Yeah, I do. So choose what you're gonna give me.
Let's see, I can make sure to go ahead and lower his anger 1 level from the immediate effect of it. Come on. Just trying to decide what to put on the top of my life deck. I probably should just put like a black double team or something like that. Oh, and I did! I guessed it again. Nice. Okay, I banished this particular card. Oh, put Orange Juke. Ooh, and he does stop it with a refocus. Oh, he did not level on the refocus. He was actually 1 anger too little for that. And this is our lack of, this is us misplaying like Sons of Guns. I guess we're even now. 1 life card for what he is. For 1 life card for the anger that he took. We're even.
What did you need to transform? 1 or 2?
Oh.
1.
You didn't have it, sorry.
Oh, it's
Oh, we caught it! Yay! So my cheating completely goes, what's that word? Underreported.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Ow. So he does get to target a drill. He does not get to level, but he's still back at 4, which is still not a bad thing. I think he has 1 or 2 in there, at least a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Crying or Doug on captivity drill. He's got plenty of options. I go with crying. Where at me?
Kind of wish I had my.
We're going to finish this already. 2 actions.
Oh. John, who's off camera here, has been giving me the hairy eyeball over here over how I just needed to pull out a Tien's prep, blast him, shoot through anything that he has, and blow up the last 2 cards of his life deck. It's real silly. I must be so sleepy at this point to be thinking about, like, wait, couldn't I have ended this already? Why am I chancing it?
That's exactly what I wanted.
Alright, what is it?
Kind of what I need to do.
Okay, so James has a plan here to try to get up my...
3 days, something to just take a peek. He does lots of stuff.
I'm trying to remember what his level 3 powers are. I wouldn't call them outrageous, but I'd say they're pretty decent.
Wow. That is very helpful.
Oh, wow, it's the one that lets him rejuvenate cards. Oh, dang it. So, if he should level, we're all in trouble. I'm in trouble.
Let me see. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you're
Okay, so we got 10 life cards left, which is kind of neat. Which is not usually how the Tien thing works. And it would get him to level if he throws, oh, he's going to do it. Energy toss.
It lowers me how much?
1 anger.
Lowers me 1 anger. I could have swore it's like,
Oh, yeah, sorry, 2.
2 anger. Okay, that's what I was going to say. I thought it was like the exact same card as Devastating Blow, but an energy form.
And then if I only have 1 trait, I can choose 3 cards at once. Discard pile and banish them.
Oh gosh, so he's got the power to banish any 3 cards in my discard pile because he has the Earthling trait. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 trait. In this case, just Earthling. So which is pretty nice. Wow, look at that hand. I mean, that hand. Excuse me, the discard pile of just repeating similar looking cards. Aw, don't you go after my tri-beams. Oh, he did. He killed all my tri-beams. Nice.
1, 2.
No prevention.
Oh, no prevention, you guys. Here's me goofing it up. Look at these amazing cards falling out of my deck. Like I really had life to spare. And I had it in my hands the whole time. Let's do it. Come on. End it. What is wrong with me?
And what I should have done, probably now looking at it,
Oh, yeah.
done that because I would have grabbed out the drill and I would have put that. But it doesn't matter because it's at the bottom.
So at this point, I've been holding the tools to end this battle in my hand for some time, and I feel like the biggest fool who's ever lived. If you look, there's only 2 life cards over there. 1 Tien's Prep can end this real quick. I'm not really sure what I'm sitting here doing.
I could hit you next turn for 5 life. But
Attack your gut crusher, physical attack your 5
yep,
life.
that's game.
Oh, haha, got him.
5 life. Oh!
And I hit him with a doggone unpreventable gut crusher. And that is an interesting thing. So, proving that once in a blue moon you can come back from, well, dropping the ball pretty hard. Both decks are looking better every time.